Is life getting hard for you? Are you thinking about quitting? Hi, I'm Debra Kasowski, and I'm here to share with you it is not time to quit. It is time for you to develop some skills and strategies so you can push through, past those fears, past those goals and dreams, and making all of those things happen for you. Stay tuned. Life's challenges are inevitable. These challenges tend to show up just when you're getting that trajectory. And then wham, it feels like you've hit the wall. You've hit rock bottom. And when you've hit rock bottom or you're falling down on the ground, it takes a lot of willpower and knowing within you that there's something greater for you to get up and dust yourself off. But in your mind, it takes over and it says, you know what? It's time for a break. It's just not that important. And maybe you're just not good enough. What that is a cycle of those ruminating thoughts that are just thoughts. They are not your truth. But if you continue to allow those thoughts to ruminate in your mind, guess what? They will become your truth. So let's break the habit of getting into that thought process and not listening to the whispers that are taking you off track. Because your trueness inside of you would be encouraging and supporting, and it's going to help push you to move forward. You see, what's holding you back is resistance. Resistance has captured your mind at this moment. Refuse to let it win. Refuse to quit. In The War of Art, Steven Pressfield says, fear is good. Like self-doubt, it is an indicator. Fear tells us what we need to do. Remember the rule of thumb. The more scared we are, the more sure that we need to do it. Resistance is experienced as fear. And the greater fear that we have, the greater resistance that shows up. And when we believe in something with conviction and we believe it to be our truth, and that resistance is so strong, the more certain we can be that we need to fulfill that. And that's where our greatest growth of our soul is, according to Pressfield. When there is fear, there is resistance. And that is where the growth lies. And remember, if it had no meaning to you, what you're after, there would be no resistance. Breaking through the barriers of fear can test you and challenge you beyond your wildest dreams. But I'd rather challenge myself than sit and look out the window in regret of all the things that I could have done. The first step when things in life start to get hard is to push through that resistance by showing up and pushing through the limits that you put on yourself. You might not feel like going to the gym and doing the reps. You'd rather be sitting on the couch with some pizza and the game. Or you might not want to prepare for a podcast or video and get all dressed up and prepare your content, thinking in your mind that, you know what? Who knows me? How are they ever going to know about me? Yet there are people who know you. Let yourself shine so that others will get to know you. And the message that you have, that one single message, can make all the difference in one person's life. And I guarantee you that it will ripple. It is all about showing up. And sometimes you need to do what you don't feel like doing, knowing that's the resistance. And when you know with conviction of something that you believe that you need to do, you need to refuse to quit. You need to know that you have this calling within you, that you are meant to do great things. The next thing that you need to do is stand up to yourself and know that your message and your purpose matters. You need to be able to silence the chatter of the world telling you this and that and giving you advice. And then the people, the naysayers, the doubters who say, I don't know what the heck you're doing. Well, guess what? Those people don't know what you're doing because that vision, that calling was not given to them. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's important for you to show up, Stand up and move forward as that message that you have, that gift that you need to share with the world needs to happen, because you're the missing piece for people in their life puzzle, their worldview. And when they receive your message, it can put a piece in their puzzle. And if you don't fulfill that, you will be the missing piece for many people of hope, clarity, and fulfillment. And it's time to pull away the cobwebs that tangle you of those naysayers and doubters, because they haven't chased their dreams. And their fear is what they will have to give up versus what you will have to gain. And they're worried about being left behind. But you know in your heart of hearts that you need to fulfill this dream, and you need to refuse to quit letting what other people think influence your decisions. What you think matters most. When you feel like quitting, I want you to know that everything in life is temporary, and it is up to you to sustain the positive and powerful moments and minimize the ones that feel like they derail you and take you off track. It is moment-to-moment decisions, whether we choose to react or respond in life. And really dropping any excuses and reasons that we have for not moving forward and taking action, pushing through any resistance that comes our way. Take those challenges and make them chunkable, manageable pieces that are something that you can work with. No matter what the challenge, when you break it into smaller pieces, you will be able to push through and make things happen. I remember when I ran my first half marathon. I went and ran it in a city I had never run before. I parked my car near the start line, and I knew that I had to go out and come back, so I had to make it back to the finish line. And I would just follow where everyone else was going. And I would challenge myself, looking at one section at a time, looking for one runner ahead of me and getting up to that runner and moving up to the next runner and moving up to the next runner until I finally got to the finish line. Was it challenging? Yes. It was something I had never done before. And the challenge, the greatest challenge, was in my mind. Was it possible? And I kept telling myself, consider it done. When you move through and push through some of the challenges that you're facing in your life, when life gets hard, you find something within you, that second wind. You find these characteristics and qualities that you tap into that you maybe didn't even realize you had. And that's what's great about these challenges. They shape and refine and they chisel off what no longer is of use to you, to create this beautiful soul, this beautiful person that can move through challenges because you have before. And this is nothing new. It's just a different challenge. So refuse to give up when life's getting hard, because I know that you have something greater within you. I want you to connect to your why. Why is it so important to you to do what you're doing? What are the excuses and reasons you're telling yourself that you can't accomplish this? Who says? Carve out the time that you want. Find the resources by looking for them. They will show up. You will find them. Do not let your setbacks define you. Let them refine you. Use them to go within. Remember who you are. The strengths that you have within yourself, the opportunities and the aspirations that you have are what creates the results. Again, challenging any assumptions you're having about your ability. Really looking within for the excuses, the beliefs that no longer serve you, to push through and challenge yourself, to make that resistance surrender to you. When you make that decision in life that you're not going to let resistance take hold of you, to hold you back, that you will break through that resistance and know that life will conspire to support you in every way. You need to trust in yourself to know that what you have the capability for and ability for will surpass any resistance. And knowing that resistance was there to tell you, you can do this. You just need to get to the other side. It is important. You matter and you make a difference. Refuse to quit because there is more in you to give and we need it. Thank you for joining me here on the video. Now, if you like this video, I want you to check out more of the videos. Subscribe so you don't miss a single notification, rate, review, put a comment of how you have refused to give up. You may also go over to my website at www.debrakasowski.com where you'll get your 3-part video course right now of making habits stick and go out and change the world.